No fans for the 146th running of the Kentucky Derby. The 147th, fans returned, but one song remained the same. A Bob Baffert trained horse won the Derby. Medina Spirit getting it done. Terrific run. Top of the stretch, a lot of options. Those four horses with essential quality. The gray horse on the outside. The favorite had a lot of folks hoping they were going to cash a winning ticket with the favorite, but Medina Spirit started on the lead and held off three terrific challenges to give Baffert his 7th as a trainer and John Velasquez his 4th as a jockey. One of the tightest Derby finishes in 16 years as Medina Spirit wins by a half length over Mandaloun, a surprise 26-1 shot up for second. And there are the Hall of Famers who have connected on a Kentucky Derby victory. For Baffert, his 17th Triple Crown race victory, more than any other trainer. Hot Rod Charlie just ahead of Essential Quality for third. You look back at the rest of the field, including a couple of horses that folks gave a lot of opportunity to, including Known Agenda, starting on the rail, finishing in 9th. With Randy Moss and Jerry Bailey, this is such a cool game because sometimes you can see the horse, it's bred, it is purchased for a high amount of money, and you have a sense this is a great horse. Different story with Medina Spirit's route to the Kentucky Derby victory.
A $1,000 yearling purchase, subsequently resold for $35,000, which is also chump change in the world of thoroughbred racing. But Bob Baffert kept getting these phone calls over the winter. Said, you know, this horse, this little cheap horse, this horse can run. This horse is okay. Don't give up on this horse.
He didn't, and he won.
Third on his depth chart 2 months ago. An injury here, a poor performance there. Medina Spirit rose to Bob Baffert's only entrance. He called him blood and guts, leaves everything out there. That's the way he ran, tough as nails.
And comes away with the victory. Horse that was the runner-up in the Santa Anita Derby in the last trial race that horse ran, comes away with the Kentucky Derby win. Let's hear from our reporters a little bit more on the postscript of this 147th Derby. We'll start with Kenny Rice.
All right, thanks, Mike. Trainer Brad Cox came in here with the favorite, Essential Quality, who ran 4th. I talked to him after the race, and he said naturally he'd like to have won the race, but looking at the board, he finished 2nd and 4th. Mandaloun, considered his second stringer, came in 2nd behind the winner, Medina Spirit. As far as looking ahead, Cox says he wants to take time off, take a look at how things are going before he decides anything about the Preakness or the Belmont or to schedule anything the rest of the summer. But as he said, I thought I had a legitimate shot coming down the stretch with both Mandaloun and going against Medina Spirit, and also with the favorite Essential Quality, and 2nd and 4th is not bad in his Kentucky Derby debut. Let's go Lafitte Pinkai.
Yeah, Kenny, I had a chance to speak with Todd Pletcher. He ran 4 horses this afternoon. Obviously, he has to go back and watch the race again. He didn't offer any significant excuses except for Known Agenda. He said Known Agenda, they never worked out the trip they wanted to in order for him to be most effective. I also spoke with Joel Rosario, who rode Rock Your World. He said his race was over before it started. He said he didn't break, and he got pinched back and actually lost his iron, and that was it for Rock Your World, which actually affected the pace. Medina Spirit winding up by himself in front. Rock Your World expected to be closer up. Bad luck for Rock Your World from the start. Checking with Nick Luck.
Yeah, to talk about Hot Rod Charlie, who excelled himself hitting the board in Kentucky Derby 147. I spoke to his rider, Flavian Pratt, and he said really no excuses. He thought he would pick up the front two, Medina Spirit and Mandaloun, at the home turn, but the horse just came up a little bit short. He wasn't inclined to offer any more excuses, said the horse ran his heart out. And just to Kenny's point about Essential Quality, the favourite, I had the chance to pick up a word with his rider, Luis Saez. He felt that the horse was always bearing out underneath him, just leaning away from the other horses and hanging all the way round, forcing him to cover more ground. He said if he felt he'd kept straight, he might have won the race, but the horse just didn't feel himself. Back to you, Mike.
Nick, reporters, thank you one and all. And the ownership for Hot Rod Charlie is part of our story. The 5 players who were together at Brown playing football, now in their 20s. Their Ivy League football career didn't bring them to the top. They came very close, but super joyed to be in 3rd. It's a reminder that it's not just about the win. There is stories to tell beyond that. Hot Rod Charlie was pretty close for, I'm sure, a few moments. They thought, like we thought, that Hot Rod Charlie might get there and win the Derby.
Thought he had a shot at the top of the lane. Thought Mandaloun had a shot and Essential Quality. But I tell you what, Medina Spirit is the horse version of the little engine that could, right? The keys to his win were the lead and the rail, an early pace that was moderate by Kentucky Derby standards, and a horse that's just never been passed and refused refuses to lose.
If you can believe it or not, Bob Baffert horse that was slightly under the radar, didn't pick up the attention of the other riders early in the race, so there was no pressure applied to the mid part of the race. He won't be under the radar anymore.
Nope, and we wait, as always, to find out what is next, which horses will continue on for leg 2, who's been waiting on the side for the Preakness. Pimlico is our next stop in 2 weeks. But Johnny V and Bob Baffert, Velasquez and Baffert, Hall of Fame duo on racing's biggest day, come through with the trophy one more time. To Baltimore we go. See you in 2 weeks for the Preakness Stakes on NBC.